This video is only for Christians. If you will not watch it completely, you cannot understand the mystery. So give me just 10 minutes, and I shall reveal the biggest secrets and fascinating history behind Christmas that most people have never known. Before you react, listen carefully, because what I am about to share will change the way you see a festival celebrated by millions every year. Do you know that the festival you celebrate with lights, trees, decorations, and Santa Claus may not be exactly what you think it is? Many people believe Christmas is purely about the birth of Jesus Christ, a celebration of faith and love. But history and religious insights reveal a layered story shaped over centuries by culture, tradition, and evolution. Let's start with the date, December 25th. Most Christians think this is the exact birthday of Jesus, but there is no mention in the Bible of the exact day of his birth. Historians agree that December 25th was chosen much later, coinciding with ancient festivals like Saturnalia and the winter solstice. Those festivals celebrated the return of light with trees, lights, feasting, and gift-giving centuries before Christmas existed as a Christian holiday. Think about it, the date of your celebration may have been influenced by cultural practices long before Christianity formalized it. Now, let's look at the symbols. Christmas trees, Santa Claus, holly, lights, even gifts. None of these are mentioned in the Bible. Many of these symbols were adopted from older cultural and European traditions over time. Even Santa Claus, as we know him today, was inspired by Saint Nicholas, a real Christian bishop known for charity. But his modern red-suited, chimney-climbing persona is largely a product of folklore and 19th century cultural evolution. From an Islamic perspective, Jesus, known as Isa in Islam, is one of the greatest prophets, miraculously born to Mary, Maryam, and deeply revered. But Islam rejects the idea of God having a son, which is central to mainstream Christian belief. Therefore, while Muslims respect Jesus greatly, Islam does not prescribe celebrating his birth as a religious festival. The focus is on understanding and following his teachings: justice, compassion, truth, humility, rather than celebrating birthdays with rituals or parties. Here's an interesting fact. Much of the Christmas celebration we see today, from decorations to feasts and gift-giving, comes from centuries of cultural blending alongside religious observance. In ancient Saturnalia, people celebrated with feasting and community gatherings. Many early Christians incorporated these customs gradually, creating a mix of faith, festivity, and culture that shaped modern Christmas. Consider this. Many of the traditions now associated with Christmas have roots in older festivals and cultural practices. Recognizing this is not meant to criticize, but to provide perspective on how history and culture influence celebrations. Islam encourages reflection on the messages of prophets, remembering them through righteous deeds, understanding, and living morally, not through the adoption of cultural rituals. Christmas today also involves significant commercial aspects. Billions of dollars spent on gifts, decorations, and advertisements. While the joy of family gatherings and generosity is wonderful, it is also important to understand that the celebration has evolved beyond purely religious observance. Islam highlights that rituals from other faiths should not be imitated blindly, but learning history and being conscious of practices is encouraged. Here's another fascinating historical point. Christmas was at times debated and even restricted in certain Christian communities. During the Puritan era in Britain, celebrating December 25th was considered unbiblical and too influenced by older festivals. The focus back then was worship, prayer, and moral living rather than feasts and festivities. This shows that the traditions we follow today developed gradually over centuries. Islam provides a unique perspective here. While Christians commemorate Jesus' birth, Muslims commemorate his life and teachings through respect, remembrance, prayer, and righteous deeds. This raises a reflective question. When you celebrate, are you focusing on the teachings of Jesus or simply following customs that evolved over time? Many people associate Christmas with peace and love. Of course, bringing families together and spreading goodwill is beautiful. But what if the focus were on the core message of Jesus helping the poor, showing compassion, practicing justice, loving your neighbor instead of gifts, trees, and Santa? This is the essence Islam emphasizes. Focus on values and principles, not rituals or cultural symbols. Even the most familiar symbols, evergreen trees, lights, candles, gifts, have roots in older cultural traditions. They were absorbed and adapted over centuries, creating the Christmas celebration known today. Millions celebrate it thinking it is purely religious, while much of it reflects historical and cultural evolution. So should Christians stop celebrating Christmas? Not necessarily, but understanding the history and origins allows for a more meaningful celebration. You can focus on Jesus' teachings, spend time with family, and spread goodwill without feeling obligated to follow rituals that are cultural rather than scriptural. This is not an attack on Christianity. It is an invitation to reflect, understand, and explore the rich history behind a beloved festival. If you are watching till now, thank you. Most people would stop halfway, but those who continue are the ones who will truly understand the hidden history, the fascinating facts, and the lessons behind centuries of tradition.